Okay, we're going to cover this at least once, but I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but most of the people who were leaking, and yes, I do use that term literally, who were leaking the assassination attempt at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the people who were putting it up first were right-wing media sources, and that's who's been releasing all this other information. The reason I'm screaming conspiracy theory is because with the president's assassination attempt in Pennsylvania, they broke in live to announce it. And then when there was a suspected shooter at the golf club, they went live with that. And then he went like he usually does. This time his numbers are tanking, everything like that. He is supposedly in the midst of an assassination attempt there. But the only people that are covering it and releasing information quickly is right-wing media. Then, to top everything else off, they don't interrupt the news or sports or whatever the hell's going on with normal TV. That should tell you something right there. They didn't interrupt normal TV for a presidential assassination attempt. There should have been breaking news. It should have interrupted everything. It didn't. Instead, they waited 2 fucking hours to hold a press conference about it. That's more than enough time to fabricate all the information they need. And all the left-wing people who are doing this shit, well, I don't think he's competent enough to do it. He's already done it. The assassination attempt in Pennsylvania proved that they can do it. His numbers were tanking then. And by the way, the first presidential assassination attempt, or whatever you want to call it, supposedly blew off his ear, and his ear miraculously grew back like he's fucking Wolverine or Deadpool. No, it barely grazed him. So, if you're honestly going to buy into the fact that the assassination attempt wouldn't be breaking news, you're full of shit, and you're buying into it. Secondly, right-wing news media sources are the ones getting the information first, and then it's filtering to everybody else. Because nobody else is getting the information. And ironically enough, it's all of a sudden, all this information is coming out in slews. We're getting inundated by information about this kid. They should have already known. It doesn't take that long. They've had enough time. They had enough of a head start to fabricate everything. But you guys stay thirsty, my friends.